Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Demi, and in today's video I'm going to share with you my April spending and also budget for May. So if you've not watched my introduction video, I actually mentioned that I was going to embark on a aggressive savings routine expenditure check or something, or whatever that you would call that. So I actually budget for myself $400 to spend in a single month and to save $1,500 every single month. So if you've not catched that video, I'll link it up right here somewhere there where you can have a look. If you're a fellow fresh graduate Singaporean just started working and you're wondering how to budget, go and check out that video. So today I'm just going to show you the Excel sheet that I have actually spoofed up a little. In the previous video, I actually shared with you guys a downloadable Google sheet where you guys can follow through and also budget for yourself. But I actually went to review it and I did up a whole new spreadsheet to make it look nicer and also to budget. One place where I can actually share this in a video with you guys as well. You can hear the bird outside. Let me just show you and bring you through how I use this spreadsheet. It is not the finalized version yet because I still want to add in different things like my debit card accounts, my credit card accounts, how I can trace it all in one place so that you guys can see it simpler and easier. So let's just show you the Excel sheet. Okay, so this is the new Excel sheet. Does this look nicer or is this better and easier to look at? Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this Excel sheet and whether you would want to use it for yourself as well. Okay, so the spreadsheet works similar to the one that you've seen in my previous video. How I actually go through in the month at the start is the same. How I allocate for income first in the sources of income and followed by bills where you have your fixed expenses that you know you will have to incur in that month, followed by allocating for savings. I don't usually do like fixed expense, variable expense, then the remaining I save, but I force myself to save before I allocate for my expenses in that month. So if you can see here, it works the same way. Down the first column, the first section, you have your income recording where I put in my salary received in April together with interest, etc., any sales or refund in that month, and followed by my bills for the month. And for savings, 1,500. In this video, I'm not going to go through what I went through in the previous video where I tell you how much I spend in a single month, but I'm more focused on the variable expense where I mentioned to you guys that I will only be spending $400 in a single month. So in April, as you can see in this spreadsheet I've already shown you, I did not burst my $400 budget. The $400 was everything that I could spend on in a single month. Thankfully did not burst it because a lot of days in this month I actually worked from home. I didn't go into the office as much as I thought that I would, and I was expecting that I would pack a lot of food from home. So on the 4 days that I actually went into office, I did pack food from home. I will show you guys in a picture maybe about here, somewhere here. Yeah, so I packed different food from home and it really helped me to save as well. Instead of spending like $5-6 on a cai fan or vegetable mixed rice outside or any like noodles dishes, I actually packed it from home and it saved me a lot of money this way as well. And most of the days when I work from home, I really just look through the kitchen with whatever that I have and make up something. Like example, for today, I'm going to be having banana bread. Yep. So it's this kind of little details that you take into account that really helps you reduce your expenditure for the month. So let me just bring you through what I spent in the month. So under the expense tracker, I actually didn't go out as much as I thought that I would as well. So I don't usually head out on a weekday night because of work the following day. I like to have enough rest so that I don't feel shitty the next day. So yeah, I only head out during the weekends. If not, when I really have to on a Friday night, I will meet some friends, etc. Of the 4 days that I went to work, I only dined out once. I actually took away some salted egg chicken rice. If you've not tried salted egg chicken rice, you really should. It's really nice. Let me just plug in the video of the salted egg chicken rice here. The glorious egg that you see. Yup. So this was actually $6.70 on one of the days that I went to work. On the other 3 remaining days, I actually packed food from home. My mom made some beef rice and I put some eggs in it and that was one meal already. I think on one other occasion, I actually made it really simple. I just mixed the Korean red pepper paste together with rice and I topped some eggs together with sesame oil and seaweed, and I packed that for one of the lunches to work. I'm not particularly fussy with food. Anything simple will be able to fill my stomach for the work day, and then after work I head home for dinner. My mom will usually cook, so that saves me on dinner cost as well. For breakfast I have it at home, so coffee and bread at home for breakfast before I head out for work. And during the weekend when I head out with my friends or when I head to church is when I spend usually. This month, if you see the expense tracker, I really didn't spend as much. In fact, I could have spent lesser. One of the bulk of it was that I spent it on a cruise trip that is coming up in July. So my friends and I have actually postponed this trip like 2 or 3 times already. We were supposed to go after Chinese New Year and then we got dragged on again. So right now we have confirmed it will be in July. So if you are interested in finding out how Spectrum of the Seas is like, stay tuned for that video. This time around when we are going for our Royal Caribbean holiday trip, it will be in a junior suite. So if you want to know how that is like, definitely stick around till July and I will show you through trips. So in total in April, I spent a total of $353, and if it wasn't for the cruise trip, I could have actually spent lesser. So the cruise top up was about $138. If I didn't top that up, I would have spent only about $220. I'm doing quick math right now. Yeah, about $220 if I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, I will plug in the correct amount here. But yes, so that is all that I spent for. And for transportation, one extra splurge I did was took a cab ride on one of the days to Punggol, and it cost me $17.20. On the right hand side, I would like to track my interest and dividends for the month as well. So I created this extra section to track what I have received in that month. And yeah, so this is how the spreadsheet looks like. And right now, I'm really glad that I didn't burst my budget for April. It is actually very doable to keep within the $400, especially because right now we are still in the hybrid work arrangements. I know some of you or some of my friends have already gone back to work 100%. If you want a tip for like how to save when you go out for work every single day, right, it's really to bring your own food. So instead of like spending $5 or $6 on a meal, pack food from home. It could be left over from dinner last night as well, or like simple meals you can make up in the morning or prepare the night before. It will really help as well. I'm thankful I don't have an addiction to bubble tea. This is all for April, and now I'll bring you through May and how I'll budget for it. Okay, technically it's not a budget because I already know that I'm only going to spend $400, but let me just show you how you would budget for the following month if you were going to adjust it accordingly. So in this month, my salary, I'm expecting maybe a little higher at 2.8, and my interest and dividends will be about $50 if I'm not wrong, and cut cash back at $40 because I know that I spent a little bit more in April, so I'm expecting about $40. And my expenses will still be the same. I budgeted $25 for groceries, $300 for eating out, $50 on transport, and every other thing will be $25. I might be renewing my facial package in May or maybe in June, which will be slightly higher, so I've just accounted for that as well. So I know that, you know, in this month I'm going to be spending a little bit more because of the renewing of my facial package. I'm going to renew it and not let it lapse because the promotion price that I got for the package is really cheap and I don't want to miss out on that. So I'm going to spend a bit more, so I might be saving a little lesser. We'll see how that goes. But for now, my allocated goal for saving this month will be $1,300 because I allocated for the facial package. We'll see how that goes. My fixed expenditure for this month is slightly higher because I ended the term for paying for my mom's phone. This month it's going to be giving her a higher allowance. So yeah, so this is my May, and I will diligently fill this in and I'll check in with you in the following month about how much I spent and whether did I keep within my $400 budget. If you like this kind of video and this kind of content, definitely let me know so I can actually keep churning out this kind of content for you guys. And if you have any questions on budgeting, saving up, credit card hacks, etc., DM me on Instagram. I'm always very open to share. If you like this video, push the thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.